Hello everybody and welcome here to Rio Grande Credit Union Field at Isotopes Park for the first matchup between the two clubs. It's Charleston Battery in Albuquerque to take on New Mexico United. Pre-game coming up. The 2021 New Mexico United season is presented by Sandia Resort and Casino, close to home, far from ordinary. My name's Tyler Ortega alongside JJ Buck for some Monday Night Football, JJ. It's black and yellow versus black and yellow here tonight as we've got a lot of underlying connections here with these clubs. But first things first, JJ, New Mexico United coming off a dramatic win over Switchbacks just a couple of nights ago here at the Lab, scoring twice in extra time. Meanwhile, on the other side for Charleston, coming off a 1-1 draw, which saw Joe Kuzminski make a ton of stops. And speaking of Joe Kuzminski, he is one of our players to watch tonight, and they are presented by Lumen Optimal Wellness. Enjoy a healthier body and mind today. And like we said, JJ, Kuzminski, he's going to be a real pain in between the sticks there for New Mexico United.
And Kuzminski's going to play a huge role tonight for the Battery. They have a lot of their top defenders out of the lineup due to injury. It's a young squad, and he's going to be tested this evening. Kuzminski, this is his 5th season with Charlotte. He was the man of the match last match versus Pittsburgh. He did record the USL Save of the Year in 2019 and 2020, and he's just returning from a loan stint with the Israeli Premier League side, Maccabi Haifa. On the other side for New Mexico United, it is Josh Suggs. So far this season, he has contributed 8 key passes. He's scored 2 goals. He's made 11 interceptions. JJ, the Las Cruces native, USL's all-time leader in minutes played, just continuing to get it done. He never stops when he's on the field. Box-to-box player on the wing. He's done a really good job this season as well when he cuts inside. He's been a scoring threat for New Mexico, and they're going to need that tonight. A lot of more storylines to get to, but we're going to step aside for just a moment. When we return, we'll have lineups and kickoff.
Non-virtual. This is real life. So real it's $5.99 for a limited time. Buffalo Wild Wings.
In the 2019 Reader's Choice Awards from the Albuquerque Journal, Sandia Resort and Casino was voted Albuquerque's favorite casino. Best customer service, best entertainment venue, best slot machines and poker room, best variety of table games, best rewards program, and best golf course. Best buffet, favorite nightclub, favorite casino. Albuquerque, you deserve the best. Sandia Resort and Casino. Close to home, far from ordinary.
In New Mexico, we know true. True beauty, true adventure, true color, and true culture. Home to the artists, the warriors, and the multi-generational, multiracial, all-inclusive family that we call the United. This is New Mexico United, and New Mexico United is New Mexico true.
If sweat is your body's natural way of cooling itself down, then condensation is a beer's natural way of saying, drink me. Michelob Ultra, superior light beer.
It's getting late, but your crew is just getting started. Head to B-Dubs for 50% off this loaded lineup of tots, chips, and ultimate nachos. But wait, house beer for just $3? There's officially something for everyone. Even that friend whose curfew is 10 p.m. Late night at Buffalo Wild Wings.
Welcome back to the lab here, ladies and gentlemen. Tonight's match is sponsored by ESPN Radio 101.7 The Team. Let's have a look at tonight's Michelob Ultra starting lineups. First, for the home side, JJ, we see Devin Sandoval getting the start here. Sergio Rivas atop with him after scoring that goal just last week.
Yeah, and for New Mexico, 4 starters are out of the lineup, so they have to go deep. They're going to be tested tonight, but one of the players I'm really looking forward to is Andrew Tenari. Dropping a little bit deeper, but I think that's going to allow him to get on the ball and really open things up for New Mexico in that midfield.
And for the visitors, your eyes are not deceiving you. As I mentioned, it's black and yellow versus black and yellow. This is Charleston here. As we mentioned, it's the veteran Joe Kuzminski. Between the sticks, we see DeRosa in that back line, Kelly in the midfield, and up front, we have Nicu Daly alongside Repetto.
Yeah, they have a lot of injuries to the midfield. They played a 3-5-2 last time out against Pittsburgh. We see them here in a 4-4-2. Give some support to that back line. But I think we could see this team be a little bit more attack-oriented, potentially see them playing 4-3-3 at times.
Yeah, and you alluded to that last match that we saw. That was against Pittsburgh, the Riverhounds. It was in Charleston. Kickoff was moved up a couple of hours. It was a close-to-the-public match due to the impending tropical storm Elsa. So that game took place. It was a 1-1 draw. Perez for Charleston scored in that one. And we're underway here. It is the first matchup between Charleston Battery and New Mexico United here at the lab. Tyler Ortega, JJ Buck here tonight. As this is going to be a good one, JJ. There's so many connections here between these two clubs that the fans may not know about. And we'll get into a lot of that as the match goes on. But early on here, it's Falling as he's looking to get that up to Harmon. Has that poked away by Daniel Bruce. And Bruce is fouled right away. And 30 seconds into this one, the Englishman on the ground drawing a Fiesta Auto Group free kick.
New Mexico aggressive right out of the gate. This is a 180 from what they were doing Friday night. They respected the speed of the switchbacks. They sat back. Tonight, they want to take the game to Charleston. Charleston's a team that has conceded a lot of possession this season, and New Mexico wants to get out quickly.
And this is how New Mexico United's first goal came just a few days ago. It was off of a set piece early on as we have another look at this TLC replay. You can see getting it back to Kuzminski and Daniel Bruce just doing what Daniel Bruce does, and he's here to put pressure on the opposing teams. And that's exactly what he came in and did here. You can see Gadula being called for the yellow card here in the first minute. And to deliver this one for New Mexico United, it's Chelo Martinez looking for Kalen Ryden, making the run in the 18, but it's headed away by Charleston. Ball bouncing around. Kelly now. Here's Bruce for New Mexico. Austin Yearwood getting a touch there. It was just announced today Yearwood is the USL Championship Goal of the Month winner for June.
You drop that shrug on him. What a strike it was from Austin Yearwood. And for United here tonight against this Charleston team, we mentioned Ed Tenari. You see him on the ball here, dropping back, filling in for Sam Hamilton, who was injured. We're going to talk about Rashid Tete, who's playing the ball on right there. So the depth is being tested, but it's quality depth for New Mexico.
Yeah, and you know, speaking of the depth, JJ, we witnessed history here on Friday night. We saw Christian Nava, the 17-year-old from Albuquerque High School, the first New Mexico United Academy player to appear in a USL match for the club. And as we look at the team sheet here tonight, we see another Academy product in the 18, and that's Andres Robles. So we'll see if another youngster is able to make his debut here tonight. This is Kalen Ryden looking for the long ball. Josh Suggs making the run. He's pulled back. Here's Suggs inside the 18. Pulls it back. Sergio Rivas crosses in, looking back post. It's Cello, and he misses the header.
Fantastic build up there, New Mexico. They can go on the wing. Suggs, Bruce, the speed. Kalen Ryden plays a fantastic long ball. But what I loved is the passing before that build up for New Mexico United. They don't need to get too content just playing those long balls, build up like that.
These are your Garcia Automotive Group keys to the game. Build on the win from last Friday night. Limit Charleston's chances and find the final pass. So we mentioned it is Monday Night Football. It's the first ever Monday night game here in Albuquerque, JJ, with New Mexico United really playing off that theme of the football stuff. You know, it's really cool. We saw some local high school teams here, state champions from the past year. We had marching bands here. We've even got a couple of NFL legends. We've got Zach Gentry, who's the current tight end for the Pittsburgh Steelers. He is a former quarterback standout from El Dorado High School here in Albuquerque, as well as Drew Pearson, the original 88 for the Dallas Cowboys. So this is a fun atmosphere for a Monday night.
Well, it's a commitment to being united that we see from this organization, all the local talent that they brought in. The atmosphere is always fantastic here at the lab, but you sprinkle in a little Monday Night Football flavor and it spices it up a little bit.
Yeah, speaking of spicing it up, they did some sort of tailgate over in the supporters group lot prior to this. They had like some celebrity chefs taking on a member of our supporters group in a cook-off. I know there was a couple of chefs that had appeared on Food Network taking part in that. So just really, really fun, cool stuff. Is here we see Charleston getting through. Rashid Tete marking. Rashid Tete able to get in front and cut that out. However, here goes, that is Gadula, as he has that poked away by Daniel Bruce. And now New Mexico may look to counter. This is Sergio Rivas. He scored a goal last week. And by last week, I mean just a few days ago, as New Mexico United was here on a Friday night. Quick turnaround. Cello tries to play that one in, and it's cut out by Kelly.
And United, we saw a turnover there almost leading to an opportunity. They have to be better with the ball in their own end. That's what hurt them, giving Haji Berry that goal. Alex Tambakis stood on his head a couple times to make sure it was only a one-goal game. And United, just be efficient, smart with the passes in your own end, because one thing, Charleston, they are dangerous on the counter.
And that foul is going to go against Sergio Rivas. And that is head coach Troy Lesane here. This is his third season at the helm of New Mexico. As we mentioned, a lot of ties between these two clubs. Troy Lesane alongside his assistant Zach Prince. They both played for Charleston. They played in the youth system there, played for the first team there. They both got their starts in coaching there as well. And to add on to that, Alex Tambakis, he's also made 29 appearances for Charleston Battery over a couple of loan spells in 2016 and 2017. He had 6 clean sheets for the black and yellow of the East Coast. And Michael Azira. We saw Michael Azira, JJ, score the game-winning goal in stoppage time here on Friday night. Michael Azira scored the game-winning goal for Charleston in the 2012 USL Pro Championship game, where he was teammates with one Zach Prince. This is Harmon. Has that one poked away.
See Harmon, just one too many steps there, but he's pushing up here on the far side. Lewis, he's going to get forward, and Charleston, this is what they did against Pittsburgh. They got an early goal, then they sat back. Their lines are hard to break, but where you want to test them is they have some more of their offensive guys that be forced to defend more than usual with this lineup.
Tete over for Kalen Ryden. He's the only player here on this New Mexico United squad to play every minute so far, as he puts one over the top, looking for either Sandoval or Bruce, and that one just dealt with by Mendez. Be a throw for New Mexico United, and there again, as we mentioned, is Troy Lesane. We've got plenty of viewers back on the East Coast, so if you are staying up late on this Monday night for some Monday night football of a different sort, thank you for tuning in here for this historic matchup between Charleston Battery and New Mexico United. That pass cut out by Kelly. And that's Ryden now making the interception. Rivas looking for the run of Josh Suggs. And he'll play it out to Suggs now. Suggs switches it back on that favored left foot. Looking for Guzman, and that's a giveaway here. Here's Harmon. He'll elect to just hold up and get it back to Gadula. This is Lewis. Zico Lewis, he's back in the squad as his national team, Bermuda, did not make it into the Gold Cup. So he actually did not play. He was not available for the previous match there against Pittsburgh. So I'm sure that's a real big welcome back for Charleston, as he is their leading goal scorer this season here. He's got 2 goals on 10 shots, 11 chances created, JJ. So while we may not have seen anything here yet in the first 10 minutes, it's a good chance that we will.
Yeah, Lewis is so dangerous on the wing, their side on the broadcast. And what you see with Charlton is they're going to want to keep the ball away from Rivas and Martinez. So Andrew Tenari is going to have a big role in getting them involved. You see that right there, that pass, and then how New Mexico can build from there.
Here's Austin Yearwood in for Juan Pablo Guzman. Yeah, you mentioned Chelo Martinez. He came in as a late sub there, JJ, in the last game and really changed the game. He was subbed on in the 61st minute, and he provided 2 crucial assists in stoppage time to will on New Mexico United to that victory. But I think...
Catch 2 games in 4 days, and you got a big sigh of relief on Friday. If that game would have ended in a draw, it would have felt like a loss for New Mexico. So as we mentioned, it'll build on that momentum from those 2 late goals.
Trying to play that forward was Nick Hugh Daly. Here's Kelly now. Feeds it out to DeRosa. Lewis puts the turn on Suggs, goes down, and it's going to be a throw-in for United. This is Juan Pablo Guzman, the Colombian. This is his 11th start of this season. He started every match he's appeared in.
That long ball.
Here's Daly. Was looking for Lewis. That was cut out by the United defense. Yeah, we've seen with Charleston, JJ, they're more than content to just sit back. And, you know, when it comes to the tactical battle on the sidelines, you've got pupil versus master, essentially, with Troy Lesane and Mike Anhauser. As we mentioned, Lesane doing some coaching there with Charleston previously, but just the extensive history that he's spoken about here with this club. It's always fun to watch those battles.
Yeah, and this, for Troy, he talked about it leading into this contest, is he wanted to show Charleston a good game. And he said that the best way to show your ability of what you learned is by making it a battle so Charleston doesn't want to come back to the lab.
That is a handball called against Austin Yearwood. We've got a Fiesta Auto Group free kick coming up here for the visitors. And that is going to be falling to take this one. And that is Mike Anheuser, as we said. That's in his 14th season as head coach at Charleston Battery, a historic club, JJ, founded in 1993. So a lot of history there as this outswinger is hit it to the top of the 18 and just cleared away by the United defense. Kelly now spreads it out. Looking for the run of Harmon inside the 6, and it's Tambakis coming out to claim that one.
Nice second ball over the top there. Good recovery by Tambakis, quickly coming off his line, making sure that wasn't a dangerous opportunity.
Bruce switches play to the near side. It's Suggs. Cutting in, looking for his fellow New Mexican, Devin Sandoval, but the pass is just too long. That ball played over the top and headed back by Kalen Ryden, and Tambakis claims that no problem. Since 1947, Select has been the leader in soccer ball quality and innovation. Select is the official ball supplier of the USL Championship and many of the elite leagues throughout Europe. For the latest Select products and special offers, please visit selectsportamerica.com. United attacking here, and that cross is cut out by Mendez. Is Chelo Martinez getting down there to put that cross in, and this is a look at our Ben Sherman Law injury report. Injured at work, Ben Sherman can help. It's Sam Hamilton, Harry Swartz, and Brian Brown up there for New Mexico United.
Of course, I know everyone was wondering, and all our thoughts with Sam Hamilton, a speedy recovery after that injury on Friday, and can't wait to see him back in the black and yellow.
Bank of America corner kick coming up here. Here's Chelo Martinez, plays it short to Yearwood. Up top, it's Guzman now. This is another one of those United set plays. It's Kalen Ryden heading home at the back post, and New Mexico United take the lead in the 15th minute. Kalen Ryden has played every minute of every match so far this year, and finally, JJ rises up, the golden helmet, sticks it in the back of the net.
He's been close. He's set up goals before, but this time another fantastic set piece right off the training ground for New Mexico. This is when they've been their most dangerous, and Ryden just getting in front of his defender right there. No chance for Repetto, the forward, trying to mark the center back. And that was an easy header for Ryden.
That was a great look there on that TLC replay. And now's a good time to tell you that New Mexico United goal was scored by Kalen Ryden. Goals are brought to you by T-Mobile. T-Mobile has got Kalen Ryden covered. So he opens his account here for the 2021 season for the Black and Yellow. He did find himself on the score sheet last season in 2020. But by my count, that's his first goal scored here at the Lab.
And you know that's going to feel good. He talks so much about what this atmosphere was like, why he signed here, not just for the franchise, but for the fans. To have that moment here at the Lab is fantastic. And that is a huge goal for New Mexico. That's going to force, the Battery to get out of their comfort zone. And their comfort zone is sitting back and wanting to play a tight game. Now they're going to have to chase it a little bit.
Well, and now it's going to be interesting to see the way that Troy Lesane and New Mexico United handle this. Because we've seen New Mexico be very forward on the front foot, very attacking. So let's see if they're willing to push forward and get that next goal.
I think with just what we saw in the first few minutes, that is the mindset tonight against this Battery squad. It's get out early, try to build yourself a good cushion at home. And then when you look at players available in the final 45 minutes, more defensive-oriented subs on the bench for New Mexico, so that's when you can probably see the tactics start to change if they can get another one on the board.
Scramble for the ball in the midfield. It's Rosa now. Or excuse me, Kelly. They'll play that back to Kuzminski. There you saw just before the goal kick, the curse is here. They are in full voice here on a Monday night. As our supporters section behind the south side goal here at the Lab is packed to the gills, and we see flags and smoke bombs going off here this evening. That ball looking for Lewis. Tete able to deal with him there.
We did see Perez named to the bench for Charleston. He was their goal scorer against Pittsburgh. He was probable coming into this game with a knee injury, so they got a little punch coming out. And still, the one thing that's hurt New Mexico the last few games is the giveaways in their own end. So moments when they're trying to possess and build up, the giveaways, the counterattack, that is still there for the Battery.
Well, and if you look back just on the last 4 matches for New Mexico United, putting aside this last Friday's game, as here's Sandoval, tried to find Suggs with a chip through, but as I was saying, the 3 prior games, other than last Friday's, it saw New Mexico United score first. They went into the half with the lead, and then they ended up losing the game. And we know Troy Lesane and his players, they talked about finish, finish, finish. We saw them do that on Friday night against Switchbacks. Can they do that here tonight?
And they've been tested through the week, the adversity that they faced. Even Friday night, at the end of it, you look and say, oh, a 3-1 win. Everyone was on the edge of the seat. This stadium was restless in the 90th minute.
Right. And then it was former Charleston Battery player Mike Azira. Here's Cello with the interception, finds Sandoval. He's got Rivas on the far side. Sandoval goes for goal, and it is blocked by Kuzminski. As Sandoval saw Rivas, and then you could see the eyes just open up and couldn't get it.
Yeah, once he took that extra touch, you realized that pass to Sandoval was off the board. Took the shot on goal, but I like the energy early from Devin Sandoval.
And if you're wondering what's going on for all of our viewers that are tuning in for the first time, this is what's called the Magic Minute here at the Lab. This is a tradition for New Mexico United home games. The crowd starts cheering, just losing their minds at the 19-minute, 12-second mark. That is to signify when New Mexico was recognized as a state in 1912. They will cheer endless and relentlessly until the 20-minute, 18-second mark, and that is to signify when New Mexico United was announced as a club. This long ball played over the top for Repetto. He's able to corral that and played out by Rashid Tete for a Bank of America corner kick. And for all of you out there that do have ties with head coach Troy Lesane, this Magic Minute is his idea. So it's a brilliant tradition. It's incredible to see. We see it every single game here at the Lab, JJ. And we've even started seeing it on some road games as well.
Oh, it's such a great idea, and the fans have embraced it. And it is definitely a wait, what just happened moment for people that don't know.
Here comes the in-swinger for Charleston, headed away by Austin Yearwood. One times it, that was DeRosa. And now Lewis has a go, blocked again. Tenari here for United, battling with Kelly, who crosses, and that's going to be out for a goal kick. Looks like the Curse enjoying themselves. You see the different flags that New Mexico United have. That's one of the staples of coming to the Lab. They do these themed flag giveaways. So you're seeing flags from Pride Night. You see flags from opening night. You see flags from Cinco de Mayo in year one. You see home opener flags from season one. You see all of these flags, and it just creates an incredible atmosphere.
And the flag trading on social media is big business. If you happen to not get one of those flags, you're going to have to give up a lot to get them.
It's almost like what do they call it? The crypto coin trading, right? Like if you don't have it now.
It's a Bitcoin to get a United flag.
Tambakis will stick a boot through this one, looking for Daniel Bruce. It's actually going to fall for Sergio Rivas. He and Martinez have switched sides here, and Rivas does well to work out of some tight space, drawing some oohs and ahs from the home crowd. And now this is going to be a break for Charleston. Here's Harmon. Cuts it across, and just a little too late as Kalen Ryden was marking. And Charleston had a great opportunity there.
Yeah, and Harmon is a presence in that midfield. And there is a bad turn, and he's right on it. And that is what we were talking about, those moments you can't have happen in your own half.
And that is the Colombian Juan Pablo Guzman called for the foul there. I mean, he's a veteran player, Guzman is. He knows exactly what he's doing in that situation.
You give up the foul so you get a chance, just get your defenders back and now defend this set piece.
Echoes of Pobrecito ring out from the 7,000 plus people here tonight at the Lab. And if you're unfamiliar with what exactly Pobrecito is, it's sort of a Spanish slang term for saying like, oh, poor him. So a lot of banter going on here between the home fans and the away players, all in good spirits.
Absolutely.
Fiesta Auto Group free kick. It's Lewis curling that one in. Bruce gets ahead to it, and it's going to be out for a Bank of America corner kick.
And those are always the dangerous touches, even when they come off, a defender, because that went to where Charleston wanted that one. Just no runners there on the near post. So United catch a little bit of a break there.
So another corner kick coming in here for Charleston. And that's headed away by Kalen Ryden. Ryden comes in with the most aerial duels won for New Mexico United with 39. As going to ground there was Lewis, not going to get that call. Great defending from Yearwood. Tenari now looking to break. Out for Suggs. Cello tried to one-time that back, and now Charleston tried to go with the counterattack.
So Tete coming in, taking over for Sam Hamilton, who was a member of that back three. And Tete in year one with New Mexico United was such a strong player. And You mentioned can't wait to see Sam Hamilton back, but to have a player of Tete's caliber able to step in on that back three still allows Trey Lysane to keep the formation and the scheme that they want to play.
Yeah, you mentioned how much of a presence he was in that first season in 2019, JJ. He was voted by his teammates as the New Mexico United Rookie of the Year. He made a ton of appearances, started most games, but as you said, Sam Hamilton coming up with a fibular fracture just here a couple of nights ago, as you said, sending our best to you, Sam. But Tete, not bad when you can bring him in. And for what it's worth, Tete has been getting into the 11 more recently. As this is his 4th start on the season. Cello turns, looking for Bruce. Here's Rivas. The local Albuquerque product, Sergio Rivas. Cuts it back, curls it back post. Had Sandoval and Cello there. Tenari one-times it, and Bruce was unable to control.
I like the fluidity, though, between Rivas and Martinez up top, switching sides when need be. See some good runs there by Bruce. And just battery better in the moment to clear.
Yearwood looking for the run of Daniel Bruce, and looked to be just a miscommunication there. Here's Kelly.
We do see New Mexico keeping the foot on the gas. They are pressing higher than they did against the switchback, so this is obviously something they think they can continue to take advantage of.
Kuzminski plays it over to Hogan. Mendez now for Gadula, who's on a yellow card. Cheeky little scoop, and that's played out by, forced out I should say, by Daniel Bruce. It's going to be a throw in here for Charleston.
Bruce is another one of those players. Came in year one, we saw New Mexico play a lot of 4 at the back. He was playing in a kind of traditional midfield position on the outside. Now he's playing wing back, but it's different responsibilities in this system, and he's done a really good job of being able to continue to have that presence, that ability moving forward, but also working on getting back and defending.
And Daniel Bruce, for all of his contributions on the pitch, he is a very community-oriented player here for New Mexico United. One of the fan favorites, always going out of his way to take pictures, sign autographs, just do special things for fans. And that's really what the game is all about here, JJ. Here's Josh Suggs making the run. Scott Sandoval, also Rivas, finds Sergio Rivas, chests it, goes for the impossible, and that one is eventually blocked.
Now, this is a good job by Mendez coming into the squad, getting the opportunity to start here for the battery, and you have a situation like that, just get in the way, because when you see a player kind of go for that crazy kick, that crazy volley, most likely not going to get a foul called by the ref.
Turning there is falling, and the offside flag is up here on Repetto. So 28 minutes in here, we've got another Fiesta Auto Group free kick. The USL is committed to supporting the LGBTQ plus community. Through the Forever Proud project, the USL will strive to create a safe and welcoming environment for all fans, players, staff, and partners. Learn more at uslsoccer.com/forever-proud. Here's Cello. As that one poked away by Lewis. Nikhil Daly being held up there by Tete, and the Ghanaian Rashid Tete is called for the foul. DeRosa playing it up for Daly, and just a heavy first touch there resulting in a turnover. So here's a little fun fact about tonight. Both of the owners for these clubs, Peter Trevisani for New Mexico United and Rob Salvatore for Charleston, they're both Boston College alums. So these two have a friendly wager on tonight's game, with the loser having to buy $500 worth of food for the next supporters tailgate. How cool is that?
Well, that's an awesome bet between those Boston College alum, but I know some people that are hungry and want this United victory.
Daniel Bruce called for offside there. The flag up on the near side. That is the Englishman Daniel Bruce out of Warrington, England. He's got 2 goals on this season. Notched the goal of the week versus Switchbacks in week 5 for his banger in the 97th minute. Yearwood wins the header there, and Bruce flicks it on for Rivas. Tenari now looking to switch it up and plays it near side to Suggs. It's the captain, Josh Suggs. Guzman now. Back for Bruce on the far side. Overlapping run from Yearwood. Now Bruce will make the overlapping run. Tenari. And a miscommunication there with Devin Sandoval. It's going to roll harmlessly to Kuzminski.
And we're going to say it a lot throughout this broadcast, just New Mexico being patient. All right, didn't have the run there on the far side. Bring it back. Build up. Don't get lulled into those long passes, because when they build up through Tenari, they're going to find those openings up top.
Ball bouncing around in the midfield. It's eventually falling to Josh Suggs. He'll play it back to Alex Tambakis. Throw in here for New Mexico United. Back to Tete. Tune in to ESPN2 on Saturday, July 17th, as the USL on ESPN continues with the Mountain Division clash. Switchbacks taking on, it is San Antonio FC at the new Widener Field. It is a 2 p.m. Eastern matinee. Don't miss a second. Again, that's Saturday, July 17th at 2 p.m. Eastern on ESPN2. Tenari scoops one forward for Daniel Bruce, and unable to control that is Bruce.
Batteries without a shot on goal, just 2 attempts, but I think Charleston, as frustrated as they are about giving up that goal, that was the only dangerous opportunity. The other shot on goal was handled nicely by Kuzminski, and it's been kind of just that chess match that we expected.
Yearwood does not get the foul call there, so it's going to be a throw-in here for Charleston. .34 minutes gone by. New Mexico United on top by way of a Kalen Ryden header in the 15th minute. Tyler Ortega here alongside J.J. Buck for this historic Monday night football matchup between the two black and yellow sides. Is Cello rolling around as the ball hits Andrew Tenari, who is on the ground. Took a hard shot there in the scrum of all of that. Tenari looks to be okay, getting up with just a little bit of a limp as we have a look at this TLC replay to see what happened here. Is there you can see Tenari, and he's just crunched by a combination of Repetto, and it looked like Harmon was actually the one that made contact with Tenari.
For Tenari, such an important player for New Mexico, not just in his chances created, but I really do like him in a little bit of the deeper role against a team like the Battery. So good to see him back up ready to go.
Well, Tenari, he's a true box-to-box midfielder, JJ. We know about his distribution capabilities. Here's Harmon playing it down for Gadula, crosses in, and it's headed away by Ryden. Rivas will control for New Mexico and just dinks it forward for Chelo Martinez. As we were saying about Tenari, we know about his distribution. He leads the team in assists with 4 this season. Harry Swartz, who's out with injury tonight, alongside Chelo Martinez, tied for second with 2.
And with New Mexico's roster this season, they don't have that true guy up top, that number 9 that's really just going to go out there and just be a constant threat. So they have to build through the system. Tenari is such a good player to do that out of the midfield.
And look at the defensive work there by Kalen Ryden, giving Repetto fits. Heads it down, able to corral it, keep it in play, and then eventually kicks it off Repetto, winning the throw-in. And that is how you quickly become a fan favorite and eventually lock down a 2-year contract extension.
That does not look like a center back that's played over 1,000 minutes already this season.
Here's Chelo. Squeezes that one over to Rivas. Now plays it up for Suggs. Suggs, the lefty, on the right side. Here goes Josh Suggs. Crosses that into the box, and it was Sandoval making the run. It was just out of reach for his fellow New Mexican.
I like it, though. We've seen New Mexico be able to attack down the outside, get some crosses in. We've seen the build through the middle. We've seen some of the long balls. So a balanced attack so far from United here in the first half.
Yeah, and unfortunately there on that TLC replay, Suggs, you could see he had the height on the ball, just couldn't get the turn on there, and it needed to meet Sandoval at the far post. Sandoval and Kelly collide there, and ball is headed back to Gadula. Back for Mendez. Here's Lewis, cutting through the middle, now finds the run of Harmon. He's got options in the box, crosses it, Repetto! And the equalizer for Charleston in the 38th minute. It is Repetto finding the back of the net and now making his way in front of the United supporters and returning a little bit some of that banter back.
When you score on that end against the Curse, you know you're going to let them know and they're going to give it to you. But what a touch up the field by Lewis to get by the defender. And Charleston will keep saying it. So dangerous on the counter. Ball played forward. Good ball across, and then what do? Just chest it home.
That was a great ball played across by Harmon. That cross was on a rope straight to Repetto. And as you said, made the right decision to chest that. It probably would have been a little difficult getting the head, but at least with the chest, you have a little bit more control. And Tambakis, he was so close, just didn't have a chance.
Yeah, and when you're a runner or forward in that position, you just want that cross to have the pace needed. So it just takes a little touch, and it will do the rest. You don't have to put power on it. And that cross was a fantastic one, and we're tied at 1.
Here's Rivas now off the restart. One times it! And Sergio Rivas just puts that behind the goal. From the vantage point here in the stadium, you could tell some of the crowd thought that went in. But alas, it is simply a goal kick.
Hart skipped a beat there for a second, but this is what New Mexico needs to do. Get right back onto the front foot. Keep pressing Charleston. See if they can get one back right before half.
That ball poked out. And it's going to be a throw in here for Charleston that goes off Josh Suggs.
Another thing, Tyler, I'm so excited about this matchup is just what life has given us the last 2 years. USL Championship has done a fantastic job of putting the season together and getting the teams on the field. But a lot of that has meant division play. And we see our division opponents over and over and over, and it is refreshing to see Charleston, a Eastern Conference team, in here because it is a different dynamic. These are definitely players that are learning each other for the first time. The execution, the scheme, all that matters so much more tonight.
Yeah, and like you said, like, as much as I enjoy seeing Haji Berry scoring against New Mexico United, it is definitely nice to see some fresh faces. As this ball played over the top, looking for the run of Chelo Martinez, it's cut out by Mendez. Yeah, it's a lot of fun with these cross-conference matchups. We've already seen Loudoun come to the lab earlier this season where they were actually able to beat New Mexico United 1-0, with United going down to 10 men early in that one. This is Andrew Tenari. With the turn, Tenari, right foot, and has that one partially blocked. It's a Bank of America corner kick. Or excuse me, it looks like it's actually going to be a goal kick. But as I was saying, we've already seen Loudoun. Yep. We're going to see Charleston, not Charleston. We've got Charleston here. We've got Hartford Athletic coming to town a little bit later this year, which is the former club of Harry Swartz. We've got New Mexico United going to Louisville, which is going to be an incredible match out at Lynn Family Stadium, the brand new stadium that they have out there. Just a ton of fun. I really hope that this format stays for years to come.
Yeah, I think as things normalize across the country and in the sporting calendar, the divisions have worked, especially for travel and to get the games in. But I'd like to get away from that model a little bit. Maybe you have your two matchups with Springs, El Paso, but then still spread it out against Western Conference and have these crossover matchups, because I think it also is good for the USL Championship to build the league.
Right, and you know, looking at some of the new clubs that have come into the fold over the past couple of years, I know one real anticipated match is going to take place in October. That's New Mexico going out to San Diego to take on Landon Donovan and Loyal.
And come on, who doesn't want a trip to San Diego?
I've got my tickets. Here's Sergio Rivas on the turn, and he's fouled. And Rivas gets up, and he's asking for a card. Rivas is frustrated, and now temper's starting to boil with both clubs. Guzman furious at our official. And the United players are adamant that Kelly sees at least yellow here.
Yeah, look at back-to-back fouls there from Kelly. And you see Captain Josh Suggs talking to our referee. He said Friday after the game that the focus going into that contest was having each other's backs. New Mexico United did not want to be bullied anymore. And see Kelly, the first foul not called there, and then going right at Rivas. And this is United having each other's backs in the moment.
And now you can hear the boos raining down from the crowd. The replay was just shown on the big screen here at the ballpark. And all 7,000 plus here on this Monday night are letting our on-field official have it. And as I glance over at the sideline, Lassane also having some words with the fourth official. So we did see a yellow card issued. So that yellow card is going to go against number 21, Angelo Kelly, for Charleston. So we saw the two fouls committed there. Now Chelo Martinez will set up to deliver this Fiesta Auto Group free kick. 90 seconds remain of the first 45. Stoppage time to come. Here's Martinez, lofts it in, back post. Sandoval gets a touch to it, but goes right at Kuzminski.
What a dangerous touch from Sandoval, but that's the ability he has. Where he's going to be at his best is in set-piece situations.
And I think it's fair to say with those two challenges that picked up that card, Angelo Kelly has found himself on the wrong side of these New Mexico United fans here. Here's Rivas. Has that one poked away by Kelly. Lewis now. Lewis had the hockey assist on the goal scored by Charleston just minutes ago. Tenari. Rivas back for Guzman.
Tyler, one of the things we hear is a narrative like the East Coast are the tougher league. They play different soccer. Out west here in the Southwest, it's more wide open. And I think that what we heard from Josh Suggs on Friday is a testament to the team that they want to beat this season. They don't want to have this dynamic like the East Coast teams are going to come out and push them around, or anyone for that matter.
We have now been told that there are 3 minutes of New Mexico Piñon coffee stoppage time. Great coffee is a matter of opinion. Ryden plays this over to Austin Yearwood, who finds Daniel Bruce. Bruce puts a little shake on Harmon, crosses in, looking for Rivas, and it's over the head of Sergio Rivas. On the road, can't watch the match? Turn on Sirius XMFC, North America's only 24/7 source of soccer radio. Featuring Ray Hudson, Tony Miola, Rodney Marsh, and the brand new USL All Access, featuring Mike Watts and Devin Kerr every Tuesday at 7 p.m. Eastern. As we've got a foul called, we've got one of the Charleston players down. It looks to be Repetto. That is Repetto, as the trainer will come out to have a look at him. But as I was saying, fans of the USL now can listen to the best matches of the week, along with action from the MLS, the Premier League, and the Champions League. Sirius XMFC, channel 157 on your Sirius XM radio and the Sirius XM app.
I'm not sure if the foul was given there, but it is a head injury. So anytime you do have a head injury, the ref did the right thing to stop play. We'll take a look at the replay here.
You can see just the long ball there, and perhaps just the forearm of Rashid Tete making his way up. Nothing malicious.
And two guys going for the 50-50 ball in the air, and those are the things that referees do watch for if you're jumping, extending those arms. But there, Tete just bracing himself, and good to see Repetto run back onto the field.
We're back underway with the drop ball here. Bruce plays it over for Andrew Tenari, who finds Sergio Rivas. Sandoval. Outside of the boot, curler to Suggs. Suggs, heavy first touch. Rivas is there, has it poked away momentarily. Ball still bouncing around, and Charleston very fortunate to not concede.
What a ball by Sandoval out the outside of his right foot, so it had the curve into the run of Suggs, and just some hectic defending there by the battery to get out without conceding.
Just sublime from the veteran, and Suggs took a little bit of a heavy first touch, but that saw Kuzminski come well off his line, and fortunately for him, he had Hogan along with some other defenders back there to help him clean up that mess. Otherwise, Charleston could be looking at a 2-1 deficit. Here's Suggs. In for Rivas. Dummies that to Sandoval. And a heavy touch there from Tenari. Sees it cleared away.
And before the heavy touch from Tenari there, we saw the last two buildups for New Mexico start just over half. Coming through Devin Sandoval. Who's coming back to get on the ball. And these are the things that against a team like Charleston you're going to have to do, is be patient and then get that ball just across midfield and make that last pass in the final third.
Ticking down, final seconds of stoppage time here in the first half. An eventful first half. And that is the first half whistle here at the Lab. JJ, black and yellow versus black and yellow, 1-1 so far.
Yeah, more exciting moments than I expected with the way these two teams played this past week. I think both of them see some areas that they're trying to take advantage in for New Mexico. Great start to this game. They're going to be a little frustrated that they ended up giving the equalizer back to Charleston, but sets up for a great second half.
And we see goals from Kalen Ryden as well as the Italian Repetto leveling things up here 1-1 at the break. We're going to step aside for just a moment. We'll be right back.
trying to make this thing work. Let's go.
For over 50 years, BIOS has been proudly serving New Mexico. We love being a part of this community and the New Mexico United family, and helping everyone from homeowners to home builders create a space that's both beautiful and practical. Shopping local is about more than getting a great deal. It's about supporting your community, your neighbors, your friends. Visit BIOS in Albuquerque and see how shopping local supports your New Mexico community.
We are live here at the lab in Albuquerque, New Mexico. It is halftime here, JJ. New Mexico United, Charleston Battery tied.
Louisville City FC.
Hi, my name is Carl Howard. I currently play for the Indy 11.
What's up, everybody? It's Connor Sparrow with the Miami SC.
Josué Soto checking in here. Austin Bold FC.
Hello guys, this is Luis Herrera from El Paso Locomotive. Just wanted to share with you guys my favorite soccer moment, and that will be the day I made my professional debut for El Paso, which is my hometown.
Anderson swings it in. Barry making the run, gets a deflection. He puts it in. Colorado Springs has its lead. And the save from Cardoni. It's there, and Cardoni with a huge save. Beautiful ball through, and that's in.
Brilliant.
In the 2019 Reader's Choice Awards from the Albuquerque Journal, Sandia Resort and Casino was voted Albuquerque's favorite casino. Best customer service, best entertainment venue, best slot machines and poker room, best variety of table games, best rewards program, and best golf course. Best buffet, favorite nightclub, favorite casino. Albuquerque, you deserve the best. Sandia Resort and Casino, close to home, far from ordinary.
This is where we keep our memories. We've shared so many adventures. Those sounds, shapes, those special places. We've missed them.
We're ready for some new adventures.
And so is New Mexico.
Let's go.
Welcome back to Albuquerque, New Mexico at Rio Grande Credit Union Field at Isotopes Park. Tyler Ortega, JJ Buck here alongside you for the action here tonight. It is 1-1 between New Mexico United and Charleston Battery, JJ. As let's have a look here at the halftime stats presented by Duke City Cares. 1 goal apiece, JJ, but as expected, we see New Mexico United with the lion's share of the possession.
Yeah, and I like the way that United is handling that tonight. They're not just settling on the long ball, not just focusing on one area. They're building up through the midfield to create some chances. They're hitting a ball over their top occasionally, which you have to do from Kalen Ryden to keep the Battery off balance, but they're so good at holding their lines.
1 offside for each team, alongside 1 yellow card for each team. That was Gudula picking one up there for for Charleston, excuse me. As we have a look now here at the upcoming schedule around the league, we see Louisville and OKC facing off on Wednesday. That's 7:30 p.m. Eastern time. All of these kickoffs are Eastern time. We see a Far West showdown between Oakland Roots and Phoenix Rising. Las Vegas Lights heading out to hosting Sac Republic. And then we see Loyal hosting their neighbors, OC, in the nightcap at 10:30. As we look now at the Mountain Division standings, JJ, Friday night's win for New Mexico United, vaulting them up into third. However, you can see their Switchbacks, Austin, San Antonio, all have a game in hand, and they are right behind New Mexico United.
It was such a big result early in the season, a division game, especially off those 3 straight division losses. To hold, serve, get above that playoff line, but keep pace. Because the one thing New Mexico, El Paso has 2 less games played in 21 points, but for United down the stretch, they're going to have more home games on deck, so an opportunity to get those points.
As we look at some news and notes around the league, we can see 13 of the 23 roster players have previously played in the USL Championship for the men's national team. Also, right here, you saw it if you watched Friday night with us, 17-year-old Christian Nava became the first New Mexico United Academy product to debut for the first team. He was subbed on in the 73rd minute. And, I mean, the kid, he put on an incredible show that included, but not limited to, let's see, we've got 12 touches, 4 successful passes, and what doesn't show up in the box score is that one filthy nutmeg that he pulled on the double team there from Switchbacks.
And Troy Lysane said after the game on Friday that that wasn't just a ceremonial thing. He wouldn't do that just for the heck of it. It was a 1-1 game late in the contest. He knew Nava was ready to go.
And as we look at the upcoming schedule here for New Mexico United, they'll be traveling to San Antonio. Then we'll be right back here in just a couple of weeks as our rivals from the south, El Paso Locomotive, make their journey up I-25 to face New Mexico United here at the Lab for the first time since 2019. Then we'll see the boys travel out to the Pacific Northwest, where they'll take on Tacoma Defiance. And then again, we're back for Meow Wolf Night against El Paso Locomotive. That is going to be a lot of fun. And then following that on August 18th, it is the first matchup for Oakland Roots as they'll be traveling down to the Lab. It is the first matchup for Salih Muhammad against his former club here, New Mexico United. We're going to step aside for just a few minutes. We'll be back with the second half coming up.
B-Dub's new crispy hand-breaded classic chicken sandwich plus fries for $5.99 is made live in a real-life sports bar with live non-virtual friends. This is real life. So real it's $5.99 for a limited time. Buffalo Wild Wings.
This one's for all the parents whose idea of a big night out is a 15-minute drive to a takeout window. Pepsi Zero Sugar.
The summer of savings is going on now at American Home Furniture and Mattress. Hot buys that won't burn your budget. Shop and save for every room in your home from the largest selection of in-stock furniture in the state. Living room, dining room, bedroom, patio, area rugs, and more. Plus, win your share of a $10,000 shopping spree and get free front door delivery. We guarantee you'll pay less at American Home Furniture and Mattress.
If sweat is your body's natural way of cooling itself down, then condensation is a beer's natural way of saying, drink me. Michelob Ultra, superior light beer.
Get your associate's degree in 17 months with CNM Online. A fast degree, no hidden fees, books included, all at an affordable price. All of your courses can be completed online. Take the next step in your career. Get your degree from CNM Online.
Welcome back to the lab here. It is a smoky evening in Albuquerque, temperatures around 85 degrees. We've got some winds kicking up here, JJ, but I will say it's nice to have a little bit of cool after the heat that we've been experiencing here lately. Speaking of heat, we've got this hot highlight reel to show you from the first half, as we'll start things here with this United miss, and then we see off this set piece, just like they drew it up on the playground there, Kalen Ryden heading home at the back post as Juan Pablo Guzman picking up his assist here tonight.
United 3 of their last 4 goals scored off set piece situations. Ryden has been so close there, gets a free header marked by a forward who can't get in front of him, and he's going to put that one in the back of the net every time.
Well, and Kalen Ryden, if he had a preference as to whether he'd rather kick or head the ball, he's going to head the ball. As we call him, he's the golden helmet around these parts. As here we see Josh Suggs now was looking for the run of Devin Sandoval, just couldn't wrap his foot around it.
And then this is a cross that tied it up.
That was a beautiful cross from DZ Harmon finding Claudio Repetto, and he evens this score here for Charleston. And here's a really cool fact. DZ Harmon and Claudio Repetto played together at Coastal Carolina last fall. Now they're here combining on Repetto's first goal for Charleston here in the USL. You see him just chesting it home. Rashid Tete getting caught out of position, and Repetto wanting to hear it from the away fans.
Anytime you score in front of the curse as an away player, you're going to make your statement. They're going to make theirs. That's the beauty of this atmosphere at Ice Stokes Park.
Here we see Sergio Rivas. This one was a little deceiving to the folks in the stadium, but you can see off the volley, Rivas just sending that one wide, but certainly had the pace on it.
It did, and we did see in the highlight package multiple ways that United is attacking set-piece opportunities. The build-up there from Josh Suggs, they have to continue that in the second half, but you know the Battery are so dangerous. It just takes one touch on that counter, which you saw Lewis open up that goal-scoring opportunity for Charleston.
Yeah, this second half is going to be a lot of fun here, JJ. We saw either side with plenty of shots on target, plenty of opportunities. We've seen a goal from each side. If you're Charleston, you're here in a hostile environment. You've done well so far through the first 45. How do you go about walking away with 3 points here tonight?
3 points, you're going to have to hold your lines, make United work, and then try to capitalize on the mistake on the counter, because that is just who Charleston is this season. If you're New Mexico, you want to come out with that pressure on the front foot, keep the press, and when you get possession, be patient. Don't force it, because when United puts a couple passes together outside of set-piece chances, that's when they've had their best opportunities.
Second 45 coming up here momentarily. Both teams out on the pitch, as this is a historic first matchup between these two sides. It's an cross-conference matchup here, with Charleston making the journey out from the East Coast here to the Southwest. And one thing that we haven't even mentioned so far, JJ, is the difference in altitude. Yep. Albuquerque, for those who don't know, some places of Albuquerque are up over a mile high in elevation, the rest of the city around that mark. Charleston, I looked this up earlier today, 19 feet above sea level.
Yeah, and the second half of these games is when that conversation will start. First 45 is usually not that big of a deal for professional athletes. When you start getting later in this game, your legs get a little bit heavier. It's harder to catch your breath, and then that's where New Mexico wants to take advantage of this home field that they have being a mile high.
As we mentioned, plenty of connections between these two sides. Head coach and assistant coach for New Mexico United, Troy Lesane, Zach Prince, each played their youth career with the Battery. They've made some senior appearances. Both started their coaching there with Charleston as well. Zach Prince, Michael Azira, both on the 2012 Battery squad that won the title, with Michael Azira scoring the game-winning goal in a 1-0 win over Wilmington Hammerheads. That was in the 2012 USL Pro Championship match. And then last but not least, Alex Tambakis, the goalie for New Mexico United, made 29 appearances over a couple of seasons in 2016 and 2017, notching 6 clean sheets for the black and yellow of the East Coast. Back underway here, second 45. Tyler Ortega, JJ Buck here, taking you through the action tonight. Thank you for tuning in once again, whether you are here in the Southwest, wherever you're watching around the world. Thank you for hanging out here with us. It's Monday Night Football here at the Lab. We've got a very large crowd here tonight, JJ. Projections around maybe 7,500 for a Monday night. Just incredible support from this fan base.
It's a beautiful night here in Albuquerque. You mentioned some of the wind that's coming through, blowing across the field from east to west right now, but it's a beautiful night, and especially with what we dealt with on Friday, that hour weather delay tonight is amazing.
Here's Guzman in the midfield for United. Cello now looking to play the run of Daniel Bruce, and he does, marked by Gadula. Over to Tenari, who plays it back for Guzman. Here's Cello. 2 assists last game for Cello, goes for goal, and it's right at Kuzminski.
Martinez had 3 options in the box, had to cut it back for the shot. You'll take that early in the second half, get some pressure on Kuzminski, make him work.
Here's United's leading goal scorer on the season. It's Sergio Rivas as he turns that one over. Rivas scored here just 72 hours ago against Switchbacks. It was a 19th minute goal for the Albuquerque native that put the black and yellow on top of Switchbacks. Not long after, an equalizer from none other than Haji Berry, and then United with 2 late stoppage time goals to seal the win over their rivals to the north. Here's Mendez. Crosses over, and it's headed away by Ryden. Here's Patrick Hogan. He'll play it back to Kuzminski. Long ball over the top from Mendez. Giving chase to that one, and being fouled, actually, is Daly. And a yellow card is shown to Kalen Ryden. Ryden saying that Daly was tugging on his shirt. The appeal doesn't matter. Kalen Ryden in the book.
All right, we'll take another look at this one. Ryden did get beat at the last second. Daly in there, and that's shoving the back. And Ryden got beat. I don't think he expected Daly to be on him that quick, and that's a foul that, given that situation, it's pressure from a foul. You pick up that yellow card, and now you have to defend the set piece.
Well, that's something that you and I have spoken about, JJ's this speed for the front line of Charleston, giving New Mexico United fits. We've seen what sort of matchup fits that's caused for the black and yellow of New Mexico in their matchups with Switchbacks.
And what's got to be frustrating for New Mexico is there was some good pressure played on Mendez, and he just hit a long ball trying to relieve it and ends up in this opportunity.
Here's a Fiesta Auto Group free kick from the corner of the 18. It's an in-swinger going back post and nobody home. The United Soccer League, all 31 championship clubs and their players stand together in support of diversity, inclusivity, equality, and compassion. For more information on the USL's commitment to change through the United Against Racism campaign, visit uslsoccer.com. Falling, looking to scoop that one forward for Gadula. Gadula walls off Tenari, and he's called for a foul. Tenari has been known to have a little bit of a temper. Smartly backs up and away from the altercation.
And this is the first half overall was pretty clean. There were a couple moments, and we saw when Kelly picked up his yellow card, but it was smooth, and now a little choppy to start. Advantage Battery early.
It's Falling to take this free kick. Headed back, and that's directly to Tambakis. That was Hogan getting in there You can meet the header. Suggs just unable to control that on the far side. Sees that go out for a battery throw-in. Harmon on the near side, picked up by Daniel Bruce, works around the Englishman, now finds Daly, who's marked by Ryden, and Kalen Ryden able to force that one out, and it's going to be a goal kick coming up here for New Mexico United.
And that's how you get back if you're Ryden in that situation, getting back in the right position, earning the goal kick.
And there's that patented quick restart from Troy Lassane's men. Guzman switches over for Yearwood. He's got Bruce with space. Finds the Englishman, Daniel Bruce. Plays a through ball for Rivas. Connects, cross across the box, and it's Devin Sandoval, the Albuquerque native, breaking the deadlock. And Sandoval puts New Mexico United ahead in the 52nd minute.
A poacher's finish where Devin Sandoval lives right on top of the goalkeeper. And that was what we talked about. The build-up, moving the ball into the final third and across in a dangerous area. And you see the frustration on Kuzminski, who was there initially, and then after another deflection, it trickles over the goal line.
That is the second goal of the season for Devin Sandoval. As we have a look at this TLC replay, the initial, it looked like Kuzminski got a piece of the cross, or a Sandoval that ricocheted it back, and it just bounced right in. A very fortunate goal for Devin Sandoval, but he'll take it.
You'll take it, much like Illich getting that third one on Friday night. You need that to take some of the weight off of your shoulder. Credit Sergio Rivas, not going to get the assist on that one, but we saw the work he did on that cross.
And we are now seeing a substitution for New Mexico United. Entering the game is number 17, Justin Schmidt. He will replace number 3, Austin Yearwood. This is the 10th appearance on the season for Justin Schmidt, another Albuquerque native here in this New Mexico United squad.
So Schmidt going to take over the left cornerback position, and something to watch out for is he's going to have to deal with the speed on the wings now.
That substitution was brought to you by REDW, CPAs and advisors. There's no substitution for integrity. And also on that Devin Sandoval goal, goals brought to you by T-Mobile, and T-Mobile's got Devin Sandoval covered. Ball played over the top here, looking for Nick Hugh Daly, but Alex Tambakis is there.
So New Mexico United in that first half, they did control possession, majority of the play, and the one shot on goal was the equalizer. So this is what we talked about. What was the second half going to look like? It's still so early, so if you're New Mexico United, got the substitution, got some fresh legs on the back line, but you can't change anything yet. You still have to be pushing for one more.
Yeah, you need to look for that third goal. It's plain and simple. We've seen this team, JJ, New Mexico, have lapses, momentary lapses that last 3 minutes, and it results with the opposition scoring 2 goals. And speaking of that, that was just last weekend when we were in El Paso. And so for New Mexico United, we know this was a point of emphasis put on over the past couple of weeks by head coach Troy Lassane and his coaching staff, as Chelo Martinez is going to be called for offside here. But finish has been the main focus here in the Southwest as of late.
And you know, being at home, the curse, these fans are going to give you that energy. They're going to be there with you until the 90th minute and beyond. And then also, when we get to the 75th minute, you know, how is Charleston feeling? If they got to start chasing the game, what does that do to their legs?
Schmidt rising up, winning the header. Bruce tried to play one over for Devin Sandoval, but it's sent away by Mendez. Suggs into Tenari. Reverses field does Andrew Tenari, and winning the ball is Kelly. And now the through ball played forward, but Alex Tambakis comes out to gobble that up.
Kelly living on the edge. That had to be a perfect tackle, sitting there on a yellow card, going in hard and getting the ball first.
Schmidt gets it back from Tenari. Tenari gives that ball away. Here's Harmon. DZ Harmon crosses, and Rashid Tete is there. Dealt with momentarily. Hogan plays it over for DeRosa. We're seeing some fireworks going off in the backdrop here, JJ. I know it's a little bit late for 4th of July. Perhaps some folks just a few streets away celebrating that Devin Sandoval goal.
Letting them know. Got a couple left over. Might as well shoot them off here. But what we're seeing, too, from Charleston is when United have possession, they're pushing up a little bit more. They're trying to create those turnovers.
Bruce gives that one away as he was looking for Chelo Martinez in a collision. Over on the near side, it's Mendez and Daniel Bruce, both on the ground. So we have a look here at this TLC replay. Don't really think it was anything malicious here. Bruce came in, won the ball. A little bit late there by Mendez.
Yeah, that looks bad. That feels bad. But that was Mendez trying to play the ball and then just absolutely missing it. But even when it's not malicious, you make contact like that, you're going to get called for the foul.
It looks like Mendez will actually pick up a yellow card for that one. Here in the 58th minute. As we're restarting quickly here, it's Devin Sandoval in the corner, plays it over for Daniel Bruce. Bruce tries to turn, walled off by Mendez, and Mendez plays that out for a throw-in. Yellow cards are brought to you by Roadrunner Law Firm. When you've been fouled in a car crash, call your legal home team, Roadrunner Law Firm. Bruce unable to get that one up over the Charleston defense. Schmidt finds Daniel Bruce. Daniel Bruce here near side, marked by Harmon. Cello with an errant first touch, able to regain possession. Looking for the through ball. That was great defending there by Hogan, just walling off Sergio Rivas as he made that run.
It was a good run from Sergio Rivas coming in from the far side, cutting across, but just better defending right there.
And now we see a substitution here for New Mexico United. Coming on to face his former club is number 23, Michael Azira. He will replace number 20, Andrew Tenari. That substitution is brought to you by RADW CPAs and advisors. There's no substitution for integrity.
Well, here's one of the moments where the tactics do change a little bit with Azira coming on, now combining there with Juan Pablo Guzman. You got two central defenders.
Here's Falling. Over for Harmon. Repetto gives it back. Harmon has that shot deflected. And that is going to be out for a Bank of America corner kick.
So we saw with Andrew Tenari, and yeah, he was coming back deep, but he was getting the ball, being a part of the build-up. Now you got two guys that are going to sit there and hold. Do a little defending now, with the attack probably coming more from the outside for New Mexico.
60 minutes gone by here at the lab. Tyler Ortega, J.J. Buck here on the call for this historic first encounter between Charleston and New Mexico. Is now our official just having a word with a couple of the players in front of the goal. And for those of you just joining us, we just saw Michael Azira come on. As we mentioned, this is his former club that he is playing. Played for Charleston in 2012. We see the corner come in. And going for goal off the corner. That was Lewis.
And that got the attention of Tambakis. Why not at that moment in time for Lewis? United defended the earlier corners in the first half well. Maybe try to catch him off guard, but Tambakis locked in. We saw that on Friday night. To me, it was a man of the match performance from Tambakis. And again, here in the second half, he's going to be huge as United try to get the 3 points.
Hogan wins the header there and over the head of Repetto. Oh, and that's going to be a foul on Kelly. He's got to be careful. He's already on a yellow. And you can hear the 7,000 plus on hand at the lab letting him hear it.
That is a big sigh of relief for the Battery bench. Head coach Mike Anhauser. Kelly coming in from behind. That step on Guzman.
It's a late challenge. He comes from behind, JJ. I honestly think he's lucky not to see a second yellow.
That's one of the ones where you say to yourself, if he wasn't on a yellow, would that have been a yellow?
Right. Here's Sandoval, the goal scorer. Here's Guzman. Back for Tete. Kalen Ryden. Oh, and Suggs thought he was through on goal, but the offside flag goes up on the New Mexico United captain.
Good step there from Charleston. For the most part, they've handled the direct play, the long balls from United very well tonight.
Tete does well to guide that back to Alex Tambakis. Long ball played forward, sent back by Mendez. Bruce to throw in here for New Mexico. Long ball played forward. Kuzminski out to pick that up. Hogan looking long, finds the feet of Daly. Cross goes in, Repetto for the brace, and he sends it over. And you know Repetto wishes he had one more chance at that one.
What a build-up, dangerous down the wings. And you see a nice little flick on too, setting it up for Repetto, just gets under it.
We see a big number here tonight for New Mexico United. 7,576 fans here to take in Monday Night Football at the Lab. We talk about it all the time, JJ, but the way that this fan base shows up for this club is truly incredible.
There is no better place to be in Albuquerque on a summer night than here at the Lab, taking in a soccer game, a baseball game, whatever it may be. There's the beauty of this backdrop, this stadium, and what a night.
You know, these 7,500 plus are hoping this result holds to see New Mexico United secure their second straight victory here at home. United 2-1-1 here at the Lab this season. As this is a long ball played forward for Daniel Bruce. Kuzminski is out of his 18 to poke it away. Falls to Sandoval, tries to chip the keeper, and Kuzminski was already back.
You like the idea. Kaminsky did a great job of, once he got that touch, retreating back into his goal box to get in front of that goal line. But United taking a couple chances, putting some pressure on. Beautiful ball dropped in with the run of Bruce there at the end. And once you get the keeper off his line, anything can happen.
We saw it here just a couple of nights ago with Sean Melvin coming out of his 18 for switchbacks. Early in that game, JJ, you know, it was perhaps could have been carded. Regardless, a lot of decisive goalkeeping we've been seeing here lately. They have to get it right, and they do.
Yeah, and we're seeing it, you know, so much more in the modern game when you talk about playing out of the back and goalkeepers playing with their feet. But so many of these guys, too, are just so much more aggressive. Like, they're not waiting for something to happen. They're going out there and attacking.
Azir lets that one run. Guzman pokes it forward but pays the price as he takes a knock from falling, and now the athletic trainer is being called on to the field as Guzman is down. So we have another look here at this TLC replay. We see Azira, but it studs up, comes falling, and that is very painful. Guzman looks to be okay, the Colombian. Got another Fiesta Auto Group free kick coming up here for New Mexico United. It's Kalen Ryden.
Now I'm silent, Tyler, because I'm just wondering, what's it going to take? That's a late challenge, studs up, right into the leg. That should have seen a yellow card, but nothing there.
Ball falls to Azira here. Finds Suggs. Cheeky chip forward for Sergio Rivas, who tries to backheel it, but cut out by Hogan. Kelly. Hearing it from the home support. Stolen away. Now Cello has run off the ball. And here, Cello now has options. Rivas scoops it back for Cello. Elects to go back to Azira. And now Bruce on the near side.
Battery there did a good job of getting enough numbers back behind the ball, forcing United to reset.
Guzman chips this forward for Daniel Bruce. And instead it's Gudula. Plays it back to Kuzminski, and he sends it away. And the boos getting louder and louder each time Kelly touches the ball in that midfield for Charleston. Here's Harmon. Harmon, a little bit out of control, does not get the foul call.
Schmidt, at that point when you have a player of that size and speed, just stay in front, don't give him an opportunity. That's what he did right there.
Guzman over for Azira. Azira now looking for Daniel Bruce, but Bruce curls inside as the ball is hit outside. the Italian goal scorer. So Repetto plays it back to Falling. Here's Falling in the midfield. Battery really not showing any sense of urgency in getting forward and looking to find an attempt on goal here, JJ.
Well, they are content with waiting for that one moment to open up. They're trying to get Lewis open down the wing. Daly, you see them running. Harmon, all those guys in the midfield just waiting for that one touch.
And now we see some substitutions coming in here for the Battery. And it looks like we will see the goal scorer, Claudio Repetto, heading off. We'll do the housekeeping and get you those substitutions here in just a moment. It's off the quick restart here. That ball is going to be out for the New Mexico United goal kick.
Well, we mentioned on the 70th, 75th minute, how is Charleston feeling? Well, we just saw there a couple substitutions, get some fresh legs into the attack, one in midfield, one up top, with Bunting coming in, number 22.
Alex Tambakis there on your screen. I know we've got a couple of the subs that came in. Now there's the third, so we saw just a second here. Sandoval comes in control, plays it back to Tete. So we see Adesodan enter for Charleston. Rivas turns the corner, and has that poked away by Adesodan. We also see Romario Piggott come in, as well as Joel Bunting. So we see Repetto head to the bench. We see De Rosa head to the bench as this ball makes its way harmlessly to Kuzminski. And it looks like DZ Harmon, I believe, was subbed off as well. We'll wait for confirmation there. Sandoval plays that back for Suggs. Ball bouncing around, and eventually Mendez comes in control of it. Cut out by Chelo Martinez. Chelo has a go and skies it over the crossbar.
They like the play, though, from New Mexico United, keeping the pressure on Charleston, falling to Martinez. Not a lot he can do there other than try to go for goal. Just couldn't keep it down.
As we have a look here at this TLC replay, it's that left foot of Chelo Martinez looking to strike gold from that distance. So tonight's replays are brought to you by TLC. TLC is the leader in New Mexico when it comes to home and business service needs. Rivas is called for the foul. Guzman plays that forward for Martinez. Sandoval gives it right back now. Forward for Bruce. Bruce keeps it in here on the near side. Bruce Tete.
This possession for New Mexico all started with a 0, but then turnover there at midfield.
Here's Falling. Plays it forward. And Schmidt gets in the way. No foul called as Piggott went to ground. And there, a nasty challenge. Bruce is on the ground, and we see a yellow card coming out.
Yeah, that was a frustration foul. Got to go to the pocket there, and that was one where, all right, you're not going to give me the call on one end. I'll make sure that this is called.
And here you see it's Romario Piggott just coming in, going through the back of the Englishman, Daniel Bruce. Bruce still on the ground, being checked out by athletic trainer Tyler Harris for New Mexico United.
Bruce is taking a couple knocks here in the second half, and we got that shin kick from Mendez. She got him the yellow card there, drawing the foul from behind, putting in work in the last 2 games with Schwartz out of the lineup. Daniel Bruce has been called upon to step up, play a lot of minutes in that wingback position, and he has answered the call.
That yellow card is brought to you by Roadrunner Law Firm. When you've been fouled in a car crash, call your legal home team, Roadrunner Law Firm. So a quick break here for the guys to just catch a breather, get a little bit of water. 15 minutes left, JJ. How does New Mexico United see this out for 3 points?
I think for New Mexico, you see them taking their foot off the gas just a little bit. You saw in that last build-up, Bruce coming down, but then decided to reset. They passed through the back. I think more of that from New Mexico. As Charleston, just as every minute you see them pushing a little bit higher, trying to create that turnover and get on the counter.
Quick restart here, looking for Devin Sandoval, and Kuzminski is all over that. Jump ball there in the midfield. Neither of them win the header, but instead, Chelo Martinez comes down with it momentarily. Eventually, it's Adesodan playing it back to Kuzminski. Forward for Sandoval. He's on. Sandoval has a go, looking for the brace. And it's a save, one-handed save by Kuzminski to keep the deficit at 1 for the Battery.
This has probably been Devin Sandoval's best game of the season, not just because he scored a goal. It's just the little things. If you watch his positioning, where he's been when he's dropped back to come get the balls that he's played forward, and right there, that's just a veteran. All the attacks from another way. Maybe not. Let me just sit right here on the line, stay on side, and get a dangerous shot off.
Bank of America corner kick coming up here for United. It's Chelo Martinez to send this one in. The end swinger going back post, but got some off-ball extracurriculars. Foul is called against New Mexico, and now we see another substitution here for Charleston. And, it looks like for New Mexico United, first off, so we'll see Chelo Martinez exit the match. He is replaced by Ilya Illich. It looked as though we had a substitution on the other side as well. Wait to get confirmation on that. Here is in the midfield, it's Lewis. Back for Mendez. And we see Stravos Zarokostas enter the match for Charleston.
That's a dangerous player for Charleston to bring off the bench. 7 shots on goal this season, 2 goals. Number 9 leading the attack for them. And you see Illich coming in. We saw this late on Friday. He's kind of playing not in that true forward position, but it's where he needs to play, so he's going to be asked to do a little bit more work, especially getting back.
Cross played in, headed away by Ryden. Falls back to Gadula. Lewis now crosses once more, back post. United send that one away. Adesoran tracks that one down. Here's Falling. Long ball played forward. Daniel Bruce is there. So we see the substitutes, JJ, for either side. You can see Charleston really trying to come in here and snag a point on the road.
Yeah, they're going for it now. You see 6 players up top when they have possession.
Getting down to the byline, going to ground. That was Nikiu Daly.
That's what you got to do if you're Charleston at this point in time. Look here in the 82nd minute, down a goal, not a division game, so go out there, chase it, so you can steal a point. In a big few minutes for United, but 2 games in a row.
I apologize, I did say that was Daly. That was actually Gadula on that last play there, as Tambakis will send it long here in the 82nd minute. And it looks like we are seeing yellow. And Ilya Illich is going to pick up a yellow card here in the 82nd minute. Yellow cards are brought to you by Roadrunner Law Firm. If you've been fouled in a car crash, call your legal home team, Roadrunner Law Firm. Off the restart, here's Hogan. Lewis has sunken into a much deeper role as Gadula plays this one back. Piggott has that pass poked away and cleared by Daniel Bruce. Sandoval goes up to win the header, and eventually handball is called against Devin Sandoval. I thought that was the right call.
Yeah, it catches him up high off the arm, and this is where you need to be locked in mentally. If you're New Mexico, you're going to be doing a lot of defending with the pressure, the numbers that Charleston is putting forward. Can't have mistakes in your own end.
And that is a great ball played into the 18 on the near side. Plays it back, Piggott! And it's over the bar. As New Mexico nearly give up the equalizer here in the final 10 minutes. As we have another look at this TLC replay. And just a tough chance there off the one time for Romario Piggott.
The second time an opportunity right there deep in the box in front of goal has been sent over the target. See Piggott right there just opening him up his foot a little bit too much, but both of the dangerous chances for Charleston have come down the near side here in the second half.
Here's Gadula. Playing it long, looking for Zaracostas. It's going to be out for a United goal kick. For the W, the USL recently announced the formation of the USLW League, providing increased equity and opportunity for women looking to pursue careers in soccer both on and off the pitch. Comprised of clubs from across the Championship, League One, League Two, and new expansion markets, the W is set to begin play in 2022 in more than 30 communities across the United States. Head over to USLWleague.com to learn more.
Absolutely 2 thumbs up for that. Love seeing more opportunities for women to play professional soccer here in the United States.
It's wonderful how much the beautiful game continues to grow and evolve here in the U.S. I feel like the game of soccer has a very bright future ahead of us, JJ. As falls.
Yeah. Well, and no question, we're watching U.S. men's national team in the Gold Cup right now. We've got the Olympics coming up, and of course, United States women hungry to get back to gold in that tournament. And of course, you know, there's so many different international ties throughout this country, all the different things we saw yesterday, the Euros, the emotion with England and Italy in it, just phenomenal.
Here's Illich. Speaking of those connections, the Serbian Ilya Ilic has that one poked away. Here comes Piggott. Tries to play that one for Tambakis. No problems there. Tambakis here on the season has 3 clean sheets for New Mexico United. Won't add to that total here tonight, but looking to add to the total in the win column. As here's a quick turn from Zero Costas. And a slide challenge from Suggs, and Suggs is going to be whistled for the foul, and Suggs will see yellow.
And that was one of those challenges. You see a player sliding on the ground, the forward in his run going down. Suggs is going to argue that Zarkostas jumped over him. He might have got a touch of the ball. But now back to being locked in. You see Josh Suggs right there saying, hey, focus, lock in, mark your man, defend the set piece.
Well, and now this is just some added drama here, JJ. We see Josh Suggs and Kalen Ryden, 2 defenders for United, on yellow cards here for the last, 3.5 minutes of regulation plus stoppage time, and a host of attackers in for Charleston. Here's a Fiesta Auto Group free kick to deliver. It's Zico Lewis. Lewis strikes it back post, and somehow keeping that in play, I believe, was Gadula, but United clear that one away.
That's the kind of pace you want on a ball like that into the box. Thankfully for New Mexico, no one was on the end of it.
Adesodan plays it long, looking for Zero Costas, and nothing doing.
You bring up those yellow cards for Suggs and Ryden right now, and this is where you have to be smart because you don't have a veteran on the bench right now. You look at what's remaining. It's 2 academy players, Alex Touche, and Troy Lesane wants to ride this one out. Josh Suggs, Kalen Ryden are on the field to finish this game.
And you mentioned the 2 academy players that are in the 18. It's Christian Nava, Andres Robles, and then Alex Touche, who's not an academy player. He is a rookie, however. He's only made 1 appearance so far this season. Here's Suggs. Veteran Michael Azira scored his first goal for New Mexico just 72 hours ago here. In the 91st minute, it was a stoppage time go-ahead goal against Switchbacks. Followed up a couple minutes later by the first goal for New Mexico by Ilya Ilic, and the foul is going to be called over on the near side. That's Gadula. And Gadula now goes to ground. Bruce is taking his time getting up as well. And Bruce, for the last couple of games, 1, he's put a shift in, but 2, he's really taken a beating.
He has, and he's taken one so far tonight in the second half, but that's what you have to do. That's to be a successful wingback in this system. You're going to have to put in work defensively. You're going to have to get in the way of other people, be a pest both going forward and getting back. Daniel Bruce has done that tonight.
Here's Bruce playing that one forward. Sergio Rivas, flag stays down. Bruce again giving fits to the battery. And Rivas is going to be called for the foul. Sergio Rivas goes into the book and receives a yellow here in the 90th minute.
You're seeing some of those elbows get higher. Ref has been on it as of late.
As we have another look here at this TLC replay and see exactly what happened. Didn't see a whole lot there.
Can't say that one was too high.
Near side. Lewis wins the throw in here. Final minutes of this historic first encounter between these 2 clubs. New Mexico United on top 2-1 by way of a Kalen Ryden header in the 15th minute. Then we saw Devin Sandoval score the go-ahead goal in the 52nd minute. On the other side, it was the Italian Claudio Repetto scoring in the 38th minute off a beautiful cross from DZ Harmon. Here's a Fiesta Auto Group free kick here. United looking to hang on for 3 points. Ball gets away. Cross played in, headed away. Once again, that's Tete. Rivas does well to get his body in front. And now United can break. Rivas plays it forward for Sandoval, but winning the foot race is Adesodan, and he does just enough to thwart the attack.
Still good there. Positive for United, forcing Charleston to play it out. Rivas had Azera on and run to his left, but a chance to take some few more seconds off this clock.
And as you see, we are well past the 90 here, and we've been informed there are 3 minutes of New Mexico Piñon coffee stoppage time. Great coffee is a matter of opinion. See the crowd really not liking that too much.
Yeah, we're getting that gamesmanship late in this one.
Here's Sandoval. Deflects off Sandoval. United come back in possession here. Rivas back for Suggs. Illich. Going back the other way is Bunting. Scooping that one down the line, looking for Daly, as he is battling, and Ryden, he has to be careful. He's already on a yellow as Kalen Ryden. And quickly, his teammates step in to dissolve whatever tension was there. Let's have another look at this TLC replay. Ryden battling there, and you can see just grabbed from behind and not a whole lot doing there.
It was good defending by Ryden, getting back. Daly was frustrated that he couldn't get that last touch to get by him, and it's a moment where, once again, Kalen Ryden coming in, saving, because there was an opportunity where Illich, he could have played it back, they could have retained possession. Instead, went to Charleston.
Here's Bruce. He'll play it back to Justin Schmidt. United look content to just see out the final seconds of tonight's match here. We're nearing the end of the allotted 3 stoppage time minutes. Adesodan making a run. And he is fouled by Michael Azira, and Azira now goes into the book. Roadrunner Law Firm yellow card issued to Michael Azira. And now we're seeing the keeper, Joe Kuzminski. He's made his way up to be part of the attack for this final free kick. This is the last chance for Charleston to steal a point on the road. Falling, will curl this one in, looking back post. A lot of curl on it, bouncing around. Falls, Mendez, and it's deflected. And that is the full-time whistle here at the Lab. New Mexico United victorious over Charleston Battery. 2-1 here. It's Monday Night Football, JJ. We saw some great stuff here tonight.
We did. It was a very exciting game. These two teams came prepared for this contest. See a last-second block right there on Mendez's attempt. Push it away. Frustration from Charleston. They wanted a little bit more time to maybe get that corner in. And the second half, it got tight. It got physical there late. But a huge 3 points for New Mexico United to book in this week and with 2 victories to put that week, that tough week, in their rearview mirror for now.
And not only that, but sweet, sweet victory for head coach Troy Lassane, assistant coach Zach Prince, players Michael Azira, Alex Tambakis, all of them having ties with this Charleston Battery club here. As we see some of the highlights here, we're going to step aside. We'll be back to wrap things up.
explaining to someone the entire game. You've compromised enough. Pepsi Zero Sugar.
If sweat is your body's natural way of cooling itself down, then condensation is a beer's natural way of saying, drink me. Michelob Ultra, superior light beer.
In New Mexico, we know true. True beauty, true adventure, true color, and true culture. Home to the artists, the warriors, and the multi-generational, multiracial, all-inclusive family that we call the United. This is New Mexico United, and New Mexico United is New Mexico true.
Welcome back to the lab here, ladies and gentlemen. Post-game scenes as New Mexico United victorious over Charleston Battery here tonight. Tonight's Duke City Cares final score is 2-1 with goals coming from Kalen Ryden, Devin Sandoval for the home side. On the other side, it was Repetto in the 38th minute. And there you can see JJ, the guys just having a chat down on the field. Monday Night Football, I got to say, for the first time doing this here at the lab, JJ, tons of fun.
I loved it, and you saw, too, just a different intensity. It was a new opponent, new things to work on, and it provided a really good match that had interesting moments all the way through.
Tonight's final stats here, we take a look at, brought to you by Duke City Cares, your medical family. 2-1, but as we see the disparity in possession resulting in more shots, 8 shots on target compared to just 1 for Charleston, JJ, is really a tale of two sides.
It was, and Charleston's going to look back at this game, and they're going to feel like they missed out on an opportunity to steal a point here on the road. We saw 2 chances inside the box that they sent over the crossbar in the second half.
Yeah, and Charleston, for what it's worth, they brought in a lot of attacking firepower late in the game. As we have a look at these highlights here to wrap up tonight, it was a lot of action starting here early on, a little bit of set-piece magic from New Mexico as we see JJ scoring at that time what was their 3rd consecutive goal off of a set piece.
Yeah, Kalen Ryden making that run on the near post, and when you have a forward that's trying to come back and mark him, got caught on his back, and that was easy for Ryden.
Yeah, Kalen Ryden, that is his first goal for New Mexico United this season as he heads home to put New Mexico United on top there. That, again, was in the 15th minute, followed up shortly after here in the 38th minute, DZ Harmon connecting with his college teammate Claudio Repetto to level things for the visitors. And what a delivery from Harmon.
And it was also, that was just good build-up. The Battery are most dangerous on the counter. Lewis had the initial touch. You dubbed it. It was the hockey assist on that play, but a fantastic cross because it had all the pace you needed on it. And then Devin Sandoval in position, a poacher's goal. Sergio Rivas, unfortunately, will not get an assist as the deflection came back of Devin Sandoval, but that is much needed. I thought it was a fantastic night for Big Dev, who had been struggling just a bit. They needed him out there for the full 90+, and he put in a good shift.
Absolutely, and that was his 2nd goal on the campaign for New Mexico United. Goals coming harder and harder to come by for Devin Sandoval as the time goes on, obviously, but you know that does loads for his confidence. He's going to be looking to continue adding to that tally as we have a look here at tonight's Man of the Match, brought to you by Pepsi. It was Kalen Ryden with that goal. 84% pass accuracy for the big man.
Yeah, it's not just the goal, which of course gets the headlines. It's the work he did in key moments, being the last man back, clearing out the first ball in, all the work he did from start to finish.
And tonight's play of the match, brought to you by Michelob Ultra, was that goal that we just saw by Devin Sandoval. While it may have been his 2nd on the season, it was his 1st without the famous dreadlocks.
Yes, and I know a lot of people were saying, is that the reason? He cut his hair. Did he lose his goal-scoring touch? He did not. And New Mexico, they're still figuring things out in the final third. A lot of these forwards haven't gotten the chances we've seen in the past. But for Devin Sandoval, it's still being in the right position, and he was.
Well, that's going to do it for us here tonight. Monday Night Football for the first time at the Lab was a success for everybody here tonight. Windfire Productions for JJ Buck, my color commentator. My name is Tyler Ortega.
This copyrighted telecast of the United Soccer League Championship cannot be retransmitted, rebroadcast, or reproduced without the expressed written consent of the United Soccer League Championship.